Y'all, let's get up in here. What's going on, everybody? Y'all, we running late, but we here. We here. Y'all, oh, Candace.
We knew.
Candace, Candace, girl. Why are you still being connected to Joe Kent, Cadence? Girl, you're not fooling us. Cadence. Y'all, Karen out here messing around. She the one that said that she had a connection in the FBI. Candace, you remember when you said in the interview with the girl from CNN, L, that you did have connection in the FBI? Did you remember when you said that? my, how ironic. For you to keep being connected to Sloppy Joe Kent, y'all. Candace, don't make me pull up the photo of Sloppy Joe Kent. We got him all day, girl. We got him all day. Sloppy Joe Kent. Of all people, Candace, I feel so betrayed. You playing in our face, heifer. You're really trying to play in our face like we don't know. Sloppy Joe Kent is the last person you need to be out here trying to collab with. You know whose fault it is? Candace, is your fault. And then it's also the fault of Miss Snow. Because, you know, he gossips like a girl. You and him sitting on the phone for hours gossiping with each other. Candace, how much did you pay that man to sit there and lie on your platform? He said Joe Kent vetted him. And now you're upset that your connection, your Mitch Snow, that same clown that said he spotted Erica Kirk at a military base hotel, some crap. Same person you happen to fundraise over $140,000 for. It's the same one that said that Joe Kent vetted him and that you trusted Joe Kent. And now you're confused as to how people are connecting you, Candace, to Joe Kent. Why don't you go ask Sloppy Joe Kent and Mitch Snow what the hell they talked about? Why don't you do that? Y'all, we got some stuff to look at. Hit that like button as you come in. To the candy asses, as always, I don't care about how you feel. I never do. Y'all, they still think I care about how they feel. Candace, you have court April 28th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take your ass to court, too. No one's playing with you on that. You and your 3 attorneys, you know, Larry, Curley, and Mo, have stalled enough. Go to court. You filed the motion to dismiss. Go to court. Stop playing around and wasting the court's time or hours. We're ready for you to go to court. Candace, don't you want to go to the discovery phase? You said you wanted discovery, right? You should be excited about this. You know, because the cult members, the candy asses, have no concept of discovery. They don't know what that is. Y'all, shout out to all of you all. Shout out to my boys. How y'all doing? Happy Thursday to all of you all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all, we were running late, but we here. We are here, y'all. Thank y'all so much for the support. Lisa says, such a tough day. Just hearing your laugh made me smile for the first time. Listen here. That's a blessing. That warms my heart to hear that. Always happy to put a smile on a face, y'all. Because trust me, I had a long day as well. And I am tired. I am very tired. I have to work tomorrow. Candace thinks that, you know, I do nothing while she steals my material too. Candace, you are bad at this. You are so bad at this. Now all of a sudden you don't know Sloppy Joe Kent and Mitch Snow had a conversation. Keep on, girl. We'll keep catching you in your dumb lies. Y'all hit that like button. I appreciate all of you all for tuning in. See, I'm tired too. Tuning in. Thank you so much. We're gonna kick this off with some Milk Bar TV. Y'all shout out to Milk Bar. Milk Bar is a beast. You hear me? I love it. His videos are just just on point. He does not miss. He knows how to point out hypocrisy when he's here. Candace, you know, hypocritical people like you that lie like hell. She be called out 24/7. Once again, to the candy asses, I don't care how you feel. Your cult leader is lying like hell. Why you all of a sudden now y'all don't know Joe Kent? Y'all don't know Mitch Snow either? So y'all just gonna disown Mitch Snow. You helped him raise $144,000, Candace. Now you don't know Mitch Snow. You don't know how he's connected. Girl, come on. At least you could do is not disown him. Oh man, y'all! Shout out to all y'all. What's going on, CT? How you doing? Juju up in here. Josephine back, y'all. Saint. Shout out to my mods. I appreciate all of you all. We're not gonna be long, and I'm not gonna be long, y'all. Melinda up in here. Let's see here. We got a Craig up in here, y'all. This is something else. Noah King up in here. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, let's go. Y'all ready? Milkbar TV. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything on here. I'm gonna go to his channel right quick, cause he'll do a video and I'll miss it, child. Okay, cool. This is the latest one. All right, let's get back to this. Hit the phone where you can see it here. Let's go.
We knew once Charlie was assassinated that there was people who had prior knowledge. There was folks in the crowd, the guy who jumped up and claimed immediate credit for killing Charlie Kirk and some sort of a diversion. It does appear that there are more leads that we need to run down.
We should definitely dig into George Zinn. We should definitely try to confirm this relatively strong tip that on the day of Charlie Kirk's assassination, immediately George Zinn gets up and says, I did it. And he kind of gets dragged. Well, apparently George Zinn had to receive medical treatment following that little fracas. And he told
fracas
multiple nurses and doctors that he did it.
Candace, what's that word you just said? Fracas? What you just say?
Well, apparently George Zinn had to receive medical treatment following that little fracas.
What's a fracas? Candace, what the hell is a fracas? Cadence, Karen, I know you listening, heifer. You are still bad at this, girl. You are so bad at this. What is a fracas? Did y'all hear that word? You can't make this up. What the hell is a fracas? Girl, are you trying to say a mistake? Y'all following Candace's fracas. We had mojitos and fajitas today. What the hell? What is that word? How do you come up with a whole new word? That word does not even exist in the dictionary, Candace. I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so pissed. When I look up this word, I better see it in the dictionary. It better be somewhere on the internet. Fracas? F-R-A-K-A-S? What the hell? Candace, what the hell is a fracas? Good Lord have mercy. It's an antibiotic and belongs to a group of medicines, Candace. Are you saying F-R-A-K-A-S? Fracas, F-R-A-K-A-S, y'all. Is she talking about F-R-A-C-A-S? I told you it better be a word. Fracas. Is either the noisy quarrel, a brawl, or the antibiotic. Y'all, this is what happens when Candace tries to use big words. It's almost hard to believe. Listen, I said it better be somewhere in the dictionary. It better be a real word. Because Candace, there is no way you're going to sit here and come up with whole new terms that we've never said here on Earth, because we all know you're an alien. So Candace's fracas is mixing with our fracas, and we just having a whole fracas together. While fracas below is still giving her a yeast infection. Candace, did you get that fracas monostat 7 yet? What we doing? Y'all, I see Grimace is hard at work down there. Oh, that fracas must be an itching and a scratching and a burning.
And he told multiple nurses and doctors that he did it
Ruckus.
because
Ruckus.
he was being paid
Oh,
to do
Lord.
it. He said he had not been paid yet, but he was going to receive payment. He didn't know from who. I told you guys that we had a source leak to us that he was told to do it.
Wait, you had a source leak to us? Candace, first you used a whole new word. Is it like ruckus? Fruckus? I told y'all it better be a real word. It is. Merriam Dictionary. Fracas. 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 Gary, it's nowhere near what you said. Fracas. Did y'all hear that? Candace, why aren't you at least listening to the pronunciation of it?
Fracas.
Fracas. Not fracas. Fracas. Dear Lord. Candace, really? You're not even trying, and you're supposed to be homeschooling some kids. Y'all, she's supposed to be homeschooling children. Candace, all I did was Google. Merriam-Webster.com will let you hear how it's pronounced. Fracas.
Fracas.
Fracas. Candace, it's fracas. Oh my God. Fracas, Candace. I kept saying, what the hell is a fracas? Y'all, she said fracas. Fracas.
Fracas.
Fracas. It's that simple, Candace. You know, she's still trying to assimilate here on earth amongst humanity. I'm not giving you a pass, though, because you do nothing else, Candace. It's not like you got a job or anything. And you're supposed to be homeschooling small children. You know, their minds are like sponges. They soak up everything. So words matter, and how you pronounce these words matter as well.
Fracas.
Fracas. George, what the hell are you doing? I can't believe you letting this woman teach your kids words. You know, the English language. Yo, it's even a British way.
Fracas.
Fracas. Oh, God. We had to have a whole vocabulary lesson because Candace can't talk. Yo, this is unbelievable.
You know, immediately George Zinn gets up and says, I did it. And he kind of gets dragged. Well, apparently George Zinn had to receive medical treatment following that little fracas.
Look, the closed caption didn't even pick it up well to spell it correctly. You know, thank goodness for Merriam-Webster. We bless God for it. Hit the phone. We bless God for dictionary.com. For people that can pronunciate and spell terms correctly. Fracas. Fracas.
And he told multiple nurses and doctors that he did it because he was being paid to do it. He said he had not been paid yet, but he was going to receive payment. He didn't know from who. I told you guys that we had a source leak to us that he was told to do it and he was paid.
She said we had a source leak to us, to the candy asses. Do you all see this? This is coming out of your cult leader's mouth. Candace, you know they believe every word you say except when it makes them look stupid. You know, because dumb. No, they on board until they start looking dumb. You know, when that happens, then all of a sudden, oh, who made you holier than thou? It's not about holier than thou. It's about having a brain and using it. It is not our fault that you all choose to be in a cult, candy asses. You believe Candace on everything else. You know, it's such a fracas and all. Oh, Candace, you had this coming, you moron. You can't make this up. So the fracas that they're creating online, you know, because it's fracas. Candace, your cult members are out here trying to defend you when you know that you had an insider with the FBI. And it ended up being the idiotic Sloppy Joe Kent. Whose fault is that? That's your fault for aligning yourself with him and Mitch Snow. Mitch Snow said Sloppy Joe Kent gave him sloppy toppy and he vetted him. Candace, you can kiss my ass, my ass.
Do it. But he didn't know where the payment was coming from. So yeah, this entire thing was just an operation, like I said.
So Joe Kent is a traitor to America. Joe Kent was the former counterterrorism director who just stepped down. If you looked at his recent tweets or the people whose shows he's been on, you would think that he's just another isolationist who has always hated Trump.
Y'all, shout out to Joshua Carr. Hit the 4 if you enjoyed our interview and conversation. Y'all, my internet definitely enjoyed it because it kicked me out. It's so crazy. I got kicked out of my own live because my internet was like, nope, we love Joshua Carr more. Xfinity was playing games hard. I'm still cussing them out to this day. Y'all, shout out to Joshua Carr. So he's gonna talk about this espionage and the connections with Joe Kent, Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Toppy, and Candace, because that's what they did. They collabed. That was her leak. Candace, own it. Just own it. Own it. Fracas. You can't make this up.
But this is not the case, at least not according to how he's acted. Joe Kent has completely flip-flopped on Iran. Here he is from just a few months ago saying Iran is an existential threat to the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, most Americans aren't aware of it. Our troops in Iraq and Syria have been attacked 150 plus times by Iranian proxies. And when we say Iranian proxies, we got to be clear on what that is. That's the Iraqi government that we pay. Because after the Iraqi military we spent $2 trillion on surrendered to ISIS, we had to go back in there in very short order and stand the military back up again. And guess who filled the breach? The Shia militias controlled by Iran did. And the Iraqi government's controlled by Iran.
So Joe Kent clearly understands, has admitted that Iran is our enemy and is dangerous. So what's changed? Because as we'll talk about in a second, the war in Iran is doing very well for the United States. What changed is that we have a new report that just came out from some higher ups in TPUSA that Joe Kent has actually been spying on the administration all along. For as long as he's been in the Trump administration, he has been acting as a source to Candace Owens on her show for months now. And who knows who else, by the way, because we've gotten a lot of reports from other podcasters that they have leaks from inside the administration. And we didn't know who it was, but for the information that they've been given, it was probably Joe Kent. He's the kind of guy who had this information. So this is from Rabbi Wolicki, who was in a private chat with Charlie Kirk and Andrew Colvett and all the TPUS leaders saying Kent is definitely the leaker in the Trump admin.
So let me explain. Andrew Colvett, who's, was Charlie's number 2 guy who now hosts the show. Andrew was in the chat group as well. He was one of the 9 people in the group. And he admitted at first, be perfectly honest, at first he was denying it. We didn't know how Candace got them, but then he admitted on the air on his show that he had given these text messages and he gave them he said that on the show that he gave them to someone in the government. He told us that he gave them to someone in the government.
Confirmed that.
And of course, the response of the people in the chat group was, you don't have a right to do that. This is a private chat group. There was no warrant. It doesn't work that way. But nevertheless, he did it. So we didn't know.
And here's the thing. No one owes Candace, Karen, Condoleezza. No one owes her a damn thing. He should not have confirmed or denied it. He should have ignored her and kept living. So what? Her cult members come for everybody. I still don't care how they feel. I'm not kissing their ass. Candace, when you can't pronounce terms correctly by clicking a little button on Merriam-Webster.com, I don't take you seriously. Seriously at all. It's ridiculous. He should not have done that. And now she expects that every single time. Hell no. Candace, you can kick rocks. And I'm going to keep saying that because, I sleep peacefully at night. That does not bother me. I owe you nothing. I don't know why you little candy ass cult members think I do, but I don't. I don't owe her a damn thing. This is crazy. He should not have said anything to confirm or deny these texts. Just leave her out there wandering. You did not owe her a response. She does not pay your bills.
Know how it got to her. And then we started putting pieces together.
Oh, my God.
Because Joe Kent was someone that we knew that there was a relationship there between Charlie and Andrew and Joe. We knew that when Charlie would visit Washington, D.C., he would talk to Joe. And we kind of put two and two together, and eventually, I'll leave out some of the details that I shouldn't say. We kind of verified that the messages had been given by Andrew to Joe Kent, and that Joe Kent had been the one to pass them on to Candace.
Joe Kent is a traitor. Andrew Colvett has come out and confirmed this. He obviously leaked it from TPUSA down to Candace Owens, which is just a clear breach of trust. That's not espionage yet, because that's from TPUSA, obviously. So he's a horrible friend on that front. But he has also committed espionage by talking to people like Tucker Carlson, for example, while he was actively serving in the administration. And over the course of the last 6 months, again, there have been several large podcasters who have talked about a leaker from the admin who's giving them info. I think it was probably Joe Kent all along. The reason that he resigned is because for the Iran strategy talks, we know that Joe Kent was not included. That's really interesting because, again, he's part of counterterrorism. One of the biggest problems with Iran is the sleeper cells that they reportedly have been putting around the U.S. And so obviously Joe Kent should have probably been a part of that conversation, but he was not. It is clear to me that the Trump admin knew he was leaking, and so Kent knew the gig was up, and so he left. He resigned. And I have to say, I think it's absolutely despicable the way the alt-right is celebrating him right now. And it really surprises me, frankly. I would think a lot of people would see a leaker who is giving information about the U.S.'s secrets to people who could leak it to our enemies. I would think people would see that as a bad thing, like anti-American. Again, he literally infiltrated our government so he could sell its secrets for fame. These people hate America. Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, all of these people have come out in support of him and had him on their shows. And meanwhile, Trump is actually getting things done. Trump released this statement today on Iran. He said, "I'm pleased to report that the United States of America and the country of Iran have had, over the last 2 days, very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of our hostilities in the Middle East. Based on the tenor and tone of these in-depth, detailed, and constructive conversations, which will continue throughout the week, I have instructed the Department of War to postpone any and all military strikes against Iranian power plants and energy infrastructure for a 5-day period, subject to the success of the ongoing meetings and discussions. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump." After he released that statement, Iran media came out and denied that there was anything going on, that Trump had not been in negotiations. And so we're all looking at this. We're like, well, who's telling the truth? Obviously, we trust Trump more, but why is Iranian media saying this? That's interesting. Trump actually responded personally to this accusation. Here is what he said.
They're going to have to get themselves better public relations people. We have had very, very strong talks. We'll see where they lead. We have major points of agreement. I would say almost all points of agreement. Perhaps that hasn't been conveyed. The communication, as you know, has been blown to pieces. They're unable to talk to each other. But we've had very strong talks. Mr. Witkoff and Mr. Kushner had them. They went, I would say, perfectly. I would say that if they carry through with that, it'll end that problem, that conflict. And I think it'll end it very, very substantially. We have very much in mind our partners in the Middle East. We've had great relationships with a lot of them, as you know. A lot of them were surprisingly hit. And I was surprised to see it, and so was everyone else. But we have, they're very much in mind in the discussions. So the discussions took place yesterday. They went into yesterday evening. They want very much to make a deal. We'd like to make a deal too. We're going to get together today by probably phone, because it's very hard to find a country. It's very hard for them to get out, I guess. But we'll at some point very, very soon meet. We're doing a 5-day period. We'll see how that goes. And if it goes well, we're going to end up with settling this. Otherwise, we'll just keep bombing our little hearts out.
So this is where things get very interesting. As it turns out, we now have intel that Trump was not negotiating with the new supreme leader of Iran, who probably is working their state-sponsored media. That's why there was that disconnect. But instead, Trump was speaking to Iran's parliament speaker. That's the person doing the negotiation. And this is really good news, guys. This could mean a very speedy end to this conflict, because that could mean regime change is happening. It means Trump is talking to someone who is telling him he is willing to reestablish the government on America's terms. And of course, the terms of the people of Iran, hopefully. And this is exactly what you want. It really is. And honestly, you don't even want Trump doing the negotiations with the Ayatollahs, because clearly that's not the regime that we want. Clearly they're not going to change. You want to talk to someone who is actually already in the government. You don't want the CIA men on the ground establishing a government. What you see generally in the Middle East is when the U.S. does that, it doesn't go very well. And people die, and those regimes tend to fall. I'm thinking about Afghanistan, for example. What you want is an existing member of the government who is willing to take control and then host an actual election, a democratic election. That's how you have regime change. And again, in literally a matter of weeks now. And the American people are incredibly impatient about this stuff, which in some ways is good because it holds our politicians to account, but in some ways is a bit unrealistic. But in a matter of weeks, Trump is inching his way towards real regime change, where boots are not on the ground in any real way. Now, of course, the isolationists don't want that because it proves their worldview is incorrect. Here is Cenk from the Young Turks going ballistic like crazy person on Piers Morgan's show, saying that this is just all a control by Israel.
$37 million that the Adelsons have given to Donald Trump because he's corrupt and easily purchasable. The Adelsons are corrupt and Israelis. The Israelis.
Why is he yelling? Why is you yelling? This is the Young Turks, right? The same place where Richie Rashad has like 1,842 fake degrees. Y'all know Rashad Richie uses a degree mill. Rashad Richie calls himself a doctor and has a show under the Young Turks. And he has 1 billion fake ass degrees. And you've got Cenk, what's his name? Cenk, yelling and screaming at other grown men. To all the real men up in the Lady Luck Club, please understand you don't have to yell and scream to get your point out. What is wrong with him? It's like cackling chicken heads just sitting around a glass of sweet tea with rum in it. And he just already got hit in the head with it. He said he yelling and screaming at this. Child.
Adelsons gave Jonathan Pollard a trip on their private jet
Yelling his
back
ass
to
off.
Israel and celebrated him like a hero because they love people betraying America for Israel.
But you don't think
America has
Cenk,
no
get your
interest.
Cenk,
I can prove it. I can prove it.
Cenk.
I can prove it.
He's really
So
losing
tell
it.
me if we should put American troops or Israeli troops in. Okay, why are we putting our
The dude in the end, yeah, he's got the right attitude. You can only just laugh at this buffoonery. Y'all. Oh, somebody ought to turn Cenk into a rap song. Can y'all imagine him trying to like sing and flow with some bars or something? Drop the beat. You can't make this stuff up. If we weren't listening to it, I wouldn't believe this grown man. Y'all, he turned red. Bless his heart. He is flushed. He is sitting here screaming off the top of his lungs. Y'all, he sounds like a baby that needs his bye-bye and binky. You can't make this up. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, this is priceless. Who's the guy over there on the end? He is laughing his ass off. They just ignoring the hell out of him.
guys in? Ben Ferguson, that traitor, said that it was no big deal that 13 Americans died. It's a huge deal.
Never said that.
13 Americans died.
That is what crazy looks like, personified. And it's not just people on the left, it's people on the right as well. Iranian media is playing Tucker Carlson again, because that's what they love to do. You can see that right there. By the way, that right there is Tucker Carlson's interview with Joe Kent. As if you needed any more data or proof of who Tucker Carlson and Joe Kent is. I just guarantee you, I can just put this out there right now. You're never going to see once a video of my face on Iranian-sponsored media or any of our enemies for that matter, because I'm against them. I'm America first. Tucker Carlson's clearly not, so they're like, perfect. We're going to show and propagandize our people with his face, and this does prove that this is a propaganda war. By all the metrics, the war has been very successful so far. And so people with an opposite worldview have to try to prove otherwise. Iran's health ministry is reporting over 1,500 deaths in Iran, which sounds like a lot, but that's 10% only of what the Ayatollah killed for fun just during the protests. So just if we want to talk about the scope of human life lost, this has been incredibly successful, how well we have crippled Iran's military, but not killed their civilians, which I think is important. I don't think that's the end all be all, but I think it's important to try to protect civilians, even if they're on the opposite side. 13 U.S. troops have died. It's sad, but I think it's heroic and historically incredibly low for how much, again, we have crippled Iran, their Air Force, their Navy, their anti-air capabilities. Israel has also taken a little bit more of a beating. So far, there's only 2 IDF soldiers who have died, but 21 civilians have been killed and 3,700 Israeli injuries. And those were mostly from kind of shrapnel from some of these spare parts of missiles flying over places in Israel and, again, injuring large groups of people. And what's so fascinating about that, the reason why I point out the difference in the U.S. casualties versus the Israeli ones, is that 80% of Israelis support the war effort still, despite having 3,700 Israeli casualties. They're all in on this. If you look at the numbers right now, it's like 93% of Jewish Israelis support this war. It's like 26% for Arab Israelis. They're obviously a smaller percentage, but 80% overall, they're all in on this, which is why it baffles me that the U.S. would be upset about this war in the first place, especially seeing that Israel's our ally. Israel is literally willing to take the brunt of it. The IDF is, and the civilians themselves are willing to say, we'll take the lead on this. Like, we'll take more casualties than the U.S. if you just support us. It's not like they're hanging back. They've got civilian casualties, and yet the civilians support it. Joe Kent tweeted this out, which I thought was hilariously stupid of him. And so it's a wonder how these people are in our government, honestly. He tweeted, step 1, in de-escalation must be restraining the Israelis. Otherwise, all efforts to negotiate will follow this pattern. President of the United States publicly announces de-escalation. Israel takes major strikes to destroy the negotiations and in turn weaken our ability to negotiate. The war accelerates. And the reason why this is dumb to me is because it shows you how binary the isolationist point of view is. He has never considered that maybe the US and Israel are the good cop, bad cop. Like maybe Israel escalating and the US de-escalating is part of a grand strategy from Trump, who happens to have a very good relationship with Benjamin Netanyahu. Maybe the plan is for Trump to stop attacking and he wants Israel to continue. So A, US troops are not in harm. Israel is willing to take the brunt of all of that force. And so that Trump, can be the nice cop and use their attacks as the leverage, because it then allows Trump to simultaneously be believable at the negotiating table, but also have leverage, because obviously if you're not attacking, nothing feels real. And of course, if Israel wasn't attacking, Joe Kent would tweet out how we're fighting this war for Israel and how they're not taking any casualties. So you can't win either way with them. Just as a reminder, in case anybody's forgotten, nobody supports people like Joe Kent anymore, at least not in MAGA. Maybe if you're a leftist, you do. This is a poll that I showed last week. Whom do you trust on the Iran war? 83% support Trump, 6% support Tucker Carlson and Megyn Kelly. It's not close, guys. There's not much of a schism in the Republican Party. The internet is not real life. Yeah. MAGA is behind Trump, and it is because he has ended the Iranian military in a matter of weeks. There is less than 1 month before taxes are due. Fortunately, my partner, Quick.
Y'all, that was the majority of his video, but that man, they're gonna shank. What's his name? Shank your yelling and screaming, child boo. Yo, that was so much fun watching him scream and yell like a baby with a baba and binky. I hope he gets a bottle of warm milk. He's yelling and screaming. Oh, child. If you all know anything about me, you know I'm apolitical, right? But that was a ton of fun. watching that go down. Can't make this up. And I wanted to just highlight the points about the sloppy Joe Kent somehow being a connection point to Candace and Mitch Snow, because she made all this BS up and now it's backfiring on her. Candace, no one told you to lie like hell, girl. No one told you to make this up and bring in Mitch Snow. Of all the people on earth, you brought him in to your nonsense. You all talked off camera. You planned this whole thing out. And now you're mad that this stuff is connecting back to you. Why? You should be proud, Candace. Your cult members are. They're so happy for you, they don't know what to do. You had a connection with Sloppy Joe Kent. You know what they're telling me in the chat and in the comment section? That you trusted Sloppy Joe Kent. Your cult members are telling on you, Candace. Candace. The candy asses are also confirming that you trust Joe Kent and that he tells the truth. That's what they're saying. Because reading is not fundamental for them. But they're saying that you trust him and that he's the only one in the feds, even though they don't trust the feds and they don't want the fed slops. They don't want the fed sloppy joes with the tater tots and the chocolate milk. No, they don't want none of that. But they trust Joe Kent for some dumb odd reason of all people. That's who they trust. And they say he's the only one in the feds telling the truth because reasons. Even though they can't produce any documentation. They never can prove this stuff. Y'all, this is crazy. This is so crazy. But yet, he's the only one telling the truth. Y'all let the candy asses tell it. Joe Kent is the only one telling the truth. He's the only one getting it out. Wait a minute. I thought you all didn't trust the feds. There should be no exception to that. They can't even be consistent in their disdain from trusting the government. If you don't trust the government, you don't trust any of them. How do you pick and choose when you want to flip that switch on and off? So you do trust the feds. If you trust one person, you still trust some one person in the feds. At the time, he worked for the feds. So you enjoy the feds, Sloppy Joe. Candy asses. You all do enjoy the fed slop. You just trusted it from Joe Kent, of all people. Now he's under FBI investigation. Go figure. Candace, everything you touch dies and ends up under investigation. You can't make this up. Oh, Lord have mercy. Jesus, y'all. Shout out to Joshua Carr, okay? Let's see here. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, my God. You should watch Artie Troll's show from yesterday about Candace obsessing over Erica Kirk's location when she got the news. Oh, I heard. Candace doesn't want to believe that Erica Kirk was at the hospital where there's cameras recording Erica Kirk in the hospital with her mother for a doctor's appointment. The lady can't even get medical treatment in peace because these dumb demons think that somehow, if they had to go to a court of law, that Candace Owens would override video evidence. That's not how that works. No judge or jury would give a damn about what Candace Owens thinks. Oh, y'all, we got so much Candace stuff to watch. We'll get to Artie Trolls tomorrow because he did do a couple videos I wanted to check out. But you all, let's check this out. This is from what was his name? This was a good one. Facts Me. Now you all know we watched the Bride of Charlie? Bride of Candace. George, come out of the closet. Are you gonna come out the closet today, George? Y'all, we saw the Bride of Candace documentary that he did. It was about almost 2 hours long. We had a good time. He pulled up a photo that looks like, it looked like a redacted photo of George Farmer next to Joe Epstein and another man. Oh, we still got to figure that out. I haven't had time. Y'all, I have a regular job. I have to work there today. So we're going to pinpoint and cross-reference that photo to the Epstein files, because I have to vet it and make sure that photo at least is in the Epstein files, and then go from there. But Facts Me did a great video on that, and we reacted to it. So make sure you guys check that out if you have it. It's in the Candace Owens playlist, because Candace, you got a whole playlist on my channel, girl. But we have this little video he did here. Yeah, I saw Candace in the straight jacket, and I was like, "Yep, I'm clicking on it."
Lies, lies, everywhere is lies.
Is this a song?
The truth now messing with our minds. Say this, don't say that. Can you see the lies?
There's old footage of Tyler Robinson that is now circulating.
Yeah, I was looking up at the light just before getting there.
Oh, this is priceless.
Yellow. And as I get into the intersection, the bolts, there was a vehicle in the lane.
Tyler certainly refers to it as his car, not his vehicle.
He wrote me a letter on May 2nd this year.
First and foremost, that letter he is holding up, he is severely misrepresenting. Those sentences are real. I'm saying you're severely misrepresenting.
Sentences are real, because Candace can't say, what's the word again? What's the word again? Fracas. Candace, you are not the most credible person to say whether sentences are real or not when you fail to read. Your reading comprehension is piss poor, girl. You mind telling us what's the name of this boyfriend and how old he was when you were living with him for 6 months at the age of 14? Are you ever going to tell us how old that boy was? Sounds like he had his own apartment and you just didn't go to school. This is what happens when you drop out and then you think you're the smartest person in the room. Fracas is a very hard term for you to pronounce. Oh, Candace, it's the buffoonery for me. Somehow the sentences are real, but I don't trust the words. What?
The contents, and you're doubling down on your lie. I told you to publish the full letter that Charlie wrote you, not lines of it. Okay, it's a lie by omission.
New York Post got a hold of that letter. They've now published it. Charlie Kirk expressing his love for Israel. No attacks on Israel, just advice on how to fight lies and reach the next generation.
I still haven't spoken to the press about Charlie Kirk, actually. I haven't even given one interview about Charlie Kirk. It felt icky to me. I think that in the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot of financial reports that are coming out. And I, first and foremost, do not believe that Tyler Robinson killed Charlie Kirk. I want to be very clear on that. A very strange tweet that Josh Hammer hit send on 16 hours before Charlie Kirk was assassinated, right? What could have been?
Candace, what was George at again? Because he knows how to use a rifle. You gonna tell us when he landed in Utah? Candace, how much did you promise Tyler Robinson? Because you definitely want to get him off. I think you told him he would not see a day in prison. That sounds like something you would say, because your cult members keep, running around reiterating that. They have no idea how bad they disprove and discredit you in my comment section, because they're so dumb. You can't make this up. Cadence, you actually expect anyone to believe you over video evidence of Erica Kirk being in a hospital with her mother? What alternate reality are they trapped in again? They got to be high on opium, you all. Cadence, crack is wet.
Going on that Josh Hammer decided to dig through the 2013 Twitter archives and retweet someone calling for a public execution. Now, what is the justification for this? There might be one. I tried in earnest to at first rationalize it. Would we trust if Josh came out and said that tweet was definitely about Irina? Other people pulled Trump tweets. Some did pulled that very tweet and called for a public execution. Ooh! I was in this aggrieved stage, and I really didn't poke my head up until weeks later, when I could stop crying about it every second.
Candace, you came out the next day in a video. What are you talking about? And then it took you 30 minutes to cry. She shed 6 tears. Her eyes were barely red. You can't make this out, Candace. Were you crying because it was pulled off, or because you realized I'm really going to have to pay Tyler Robinson? What were you really crying about, Heifer? Yeah, go ahead and regale us with your fracas. Can you tell us exactly what you were upset about? Because it wasn't about the loss of life. You've made a ton of money, $59 million on the low end, since you've been weaponizing this assassination. How much of that are you going to have to give to Tyler Robinson? I'm just asking questions. Maybe that's what she was really crying about. She's like, oh no, I got to give him 40%. Oh no. I have to give him 40% of 60 million. I'm still walking away with little to nothing. The Mitch Snow thing is a hot pile of garbage. Candace, are you going to match dollar for dollar the $144,000 that was raised on Save Go Now? GoFundMe? Hit my pocket, whatever it's called. Are you going to match it dollar for dollar? Because that's exactly what you said you would do. I can guarantee you all, she probably told Tyler Robinson the same thing. But, I'm just asking questions. I want to confirm that, Candace. How much money did you promise Tyler Robinson?
Against Charlie Kirk, my friend, is dead. First, this is fantastic that everyone is doing this. To remind you guys about Pure Talk. Also reminding you guys about American financing. Also reminding you guys about GNO land. Also telling you guys about Just Thrive. You can head over to our website, CandaceOwens.com. You can sign up by your...
Also, I need to tell you all about Hidden Valley Ranch. Because, I might not even own my own home. They could be just giving me the land and 2 cows and a chicken. It's, that salad dressing is garbage, but whatever. It rumbles my tumbles in my tummy. Grimace doesn't like it either. Flares up my yeast infection. Ching-ching. You can't make
up a hat. What about his burial? How come we haven't seen anything about his burial?
You repeatedly questioned why we weren't being told where Charlie Kirk is buried. Did you get those answers?
You have the wrong commentator who questioned that. November 25th, I obviously tweeted, Macrones have executed upon and paid for my assassination.
To the candy asses, are y'all going to continue to lie when she asked about this burial? Why do you all need to know what a dead body is now? I mean, is it not enough that she continues to play over and over again him actually being shot and looking at SUVs with bodily fluids in it? His blood and all. Is that not enough? I thought that would be gruesome enough. It's like these people are savages. Candace, this is what happens when you tell us that you hear demons squealing in your head.
Report to the FBI. Of course, I reported it to the FBI.
Oh my God.
I did not at all hear back from the FBI. And I will say, I didn't go through an official channel and send an email, and I should do that.
Oh, sing it with me. Lies everywhere is lies. Cool, Candace now messing with the mind. Say this, don't say that. Can you see the lies?
But I did send a text message to somebody very high up.
She has said Charlie's murder, quote, had to be approved by Charlie's friends, and then suggested those friends might have her murdered too for, quote, knowing.
What?
I never said that. The decision was made to murder Charlie Kirk, a decision that very clearly had to be approved by Charlie's friends. Is this going to be the pathway forward? You're going to start murdering more people in broad daylight for knowing? I never said that. I certainly didn't suspect Turning Point USA would be, as I believe, involved in a cover-up. It doesn't necessarily mean they weren't involved in plotting to kill him. And I've never said that. Cam Higbee is on the payroll of Turning Point USA.
Pause. Paramount Tactical had, he didn't tell me anything. He did a live with me in it. Y'all, I haven't heard of Paramount Tactical. I've been reaching out to him. I have not heard back from him. Yo. He just sent me something today. What is going on? Why do I keep missing this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, what in the hell? Oh my God, y'all. I'm just not seeing these messages on X. They sent me today. Oh my God. Y'all. Oh man. I'm just not finding out. You can't make this up, man. Oh my God. I had no idea. I had not even checked my messages on X until now. This is crazy. Y'all look at this. I can't make this up. Look, today. I'm just not seeing these messages that were sent today. I didn't even get the chance to check my messages over here. Oh my God. Okay. I'm gonna respond. Whoo, Lord have mercy. You can't make this up, man. Oh boy. That sucks. I can't believe I missed it. That really sucks. Because y'all saw I had a live stream scheduled earlier to talk about the Umar stuff. I would have just been on his show tonight. I didn't even get the chance to check my X messages. And they sent me this stuff today. Jesus. I hate that I missed that. Because I've been reaching out to him all week. Oh, goodness.
The very organization that just had its leader assassinated in broad daylight in front of the entire world.
If Candace is available, we would sincerely welcome her participation in that live stream at our studio here in Phoenix.
So I accept it with whistles and bells, everything. I fully accept. You can pick the place, you can pick the time, but no, they need to have it in person in Phoenix on December 15th, or they cannot have me at all. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, outside of my husband and Erica Kirk has the power to shut me up. There's nobody that has the capacity to get me to shut up about this except for Erica Kirk and my husband. I'm not going to stop unless Erica Kirk asks me to stop. If Erica Kirk asks me to be quiet, I will be quiet. Stop. I just do not accept any of that. Obviously, for this to have been pulled off, there had to have been multiple people involved. There had to have been people at Turning Point that were complicit in having this happen.
You said that people at Turning Point were complicit in his murder.
No, my exact sentence that I said was that there were people at Turning Point who are engaged in a cover-up.
No, you didn't.
I believe
Sorry,
that
you didn't.
thoroughly.
Candace, you didn't say that.
Candace, you girl. You don't even try. Oh, y'all, I'm responding to this.
You said literally.
I did say that on my entire show.
You said there were people at Turning Point complicit in his murder.
Okay.
And she's still saying.
That's what you said.
What I'm about to tell you guys today is going to positively blow your mind. I just cannot see how this would lead to anything other than a full confession from the government about the military's involvement in his assassination. I'm certain he is going to probably be doing a lot of interviews in the near future. Like I said, I'm going to put together a fundraiser for you. And I do believe you are a missing piece of this. I don't know what comes next, but I just want you to know that like you have an ally in me, and I hope you see that I am a fighter. And when I see good people and bad things happen to them, I will fight. We didn't know what it was going to lead to. And I was like, I couldn't have been more deferential in saying that this could literally lead to nothing. You know, like, hey, this guy said this, whatever. And then all of a sudden you guys every day are obsessing over it. Won't let it go. I had him on the show. That was it. I was totally in a cloud of grief. Okay. You remember I had to go away to Wyoming just to breathe. Like, what am I doing wrong here that I have to go away and cry for a long time? And everyone else just kind of seemed giddy. That's the only way I can describe it, like giddy. That emotion shouldn't be possible. Shouldn't be possible.
I think it gets you some sleep, Daisy.
Last year, I was in earnest holding the internet back. Everyone was coming at Turning Point USA.
Candace, how you holding the internet back when your cult members are relentless in copying and pasting the same dumb comments over and over again? Y'all know they still asking, well, do you believe the Fed slop? What do you mean? Do you believe the Fed slop? Because you all trusted Joe Kent, remember? Because he worked with the feds. That's not even something you have to ask us. To the candy asses. You don't have to ask us if we believe anything from the feds. No, you all hypocritically believe the Fed slop. Because you trusted sloppy Joe Kent with his sloppy toppy hair and Candace's yeast infection that's never ended. Oh, God. Did Miss Snow get that payout yet or what? Oh, yeah, I'm responding over on X.com. I can't believe this, man. I cannot believe I'm just not seeing these messages. I don't check my X account every day. When I say this is gonna beat me up.
At all these allegations. I was like, no, chill. Just give them some time. I believe
Candace, you're
that
an
people within that company betrayed Charlie. We don't know where it's going to end, but we are going to keep asking questions until we get clear answers.
Candace, it may be that the person in the media spewing bullshit to the public is you.
Lies, everywhere is lies. Blocking out the truth, now messing with our minds. Say this, don't say that. Can you see the lies?
Oh, good.
Oh, sing it with me. Lies, everywhere is lies. Cool, Candace, now messing with our minds. Say this, don't say that. Can you see the lies?
Oh, God almighty. Y'all.
Candace Owens made.
Candace, I heard you out here being racist. How you gonna sit here and talk about white people and you married to a British white man, Candace? Candace out here being racist? Candace. Lord have mercy. You can't make this stuff up. This girl is getting desperate. And Candace wanted to run away every other black woman conservative. From Treehouse, what's the name? Treehouse News, something like that, to Kimberly Klasick. Any black woman she thought was a threat or prettier than her, she wanted to run them off. And here she is, sounding like she being racist. Candace, you can have several seats, heifer. Go sit down somewhere, heifer. You got 4 kids. Why are you even taking time to sit here and talk about somebody's race when you married somebody that is a white British man? You can't make this up.
Headlines yesterday for not attacking Erica Kirk for once.
Yeah, this grandma.
No, now all of a sudden, Candace Owens has a problem with Nick Shirley. Let's play this clip and then let's talk about this really quick. This is Candace Owens attacking Nick Shirley. The same Nick Shirley who discovered billions of dollars in fraud from the Quality Leering Center in Minneapolis, more than Candace Owens has done in her entire life. But let's watch this really quick.
He's blown away by what Nick does. And Nick has definitely accomplished some amazing things as a 23-year-old. He also claims that within 48 hours, he managed, among many other accomplishments, he infiltrated Rio, Brazil's most dangerous gang. I'm not kidding. He did this in just 48 hours. I'll let you listen to Nick explain it. Take a listen.
Through the course of 2 days, I was able to get access to one of Rio's largest gangs, Comando Vermelho, and befriend a few of their soldiers who are so dangerous they cannot even leave the favela. Lots of strange things happened to find myself on top of Brazil's largest favela in a destroyed house, interviewing gang members of one of the largest gangs in Brazil.
Okay, I'm just going to say I don't believe that at all. I'm sorry. I just
Candace, let me tell you something, you dumb moron. He's not the only one out here doing this type of content. Tommy G does the same thing. There are few content creators, couple to which they've given me permission to, react to their videos that do the same type of content where they go to like the most dangerous parts of the world. It's almost like, adventure thrills, except people and places. Tommy G does the same thing. Does she actually think that no one out here on YouTube produces this type of content? What do you mean you don't believe it? Why is he the topic of discussion? How did we get here? Candace, why is this boy coming up in your world? What you mad about? George does nothing? It's George. Obviously, Candace is bored and she's sitting around here looking at what other men are doing. Candace, why do you care? Why do you care, heifer? Leave this boy alone. He's 23 years old and he's accomplished more than you have. Candace, it's not our fault that you chose to drop out of college and then lie about having 2 degrees. When are you going to show proof of your 2 degrees? When are the candy asses going to ask the cult leader, hey, can you just show the degrees itself? One in journalism, one in English. Funny how she can't say English words, but whatever. Candace, are you going to ever show proof that you have a degree? Other than you just saying it? Are you going to show evidence of it? We want to see the degree itself. It's a piece of paper, might be in a little binder, kind of protect the degree, preserve it. You can put it in a frame and hang it up. She won't do that, but she's sitting here talking about some kid named Nick. We don't even know I don't even know who this kid is, but the type of content he's doing looks like it's the same type of content that I would see from a Tommy G. I went to the most dangerous place on earth and hung out with the most dangerous gang on earth. And that's what they do. It's so crazy. Now you don't believe something that he's doing where he's minding his own business. Candace, this Nick kid is minding his own business too.
It's so stupid. I'm not even gonna tell you why I don't believe it. It's like if you don't know that that's stupid,
it's so
that
weird.
He infiltrated the gang in 48 hours. That's so dumb. I'm so tired of dumb. That's not how that works. Okay, you don't just go up to gangs on the street as a nice looking white boy with a camera and say, "Hey, I just wanted to."
There it is.
What's going on? Okay, that's just stop. That's stupid.
What'd she
of course,
say?
that's dumb.
Candace, you're an idiot.
The gang in 48 hours. That's so dumb. I'm so tired of dumb. That's not how that works. Okay, you don't just go up to gangs on the street as a nice looking white boy with a camera and say, "Hey, I just want."
Candace, if you have a dispute against that, why don't you go out there and go hang out with a gang? Let's see you go up to a gang with a camera. Say, "Hey, I'm Candace Owens. Want to hang out with you fellas. You guys mind it if we kick it on the curb? But you all are huffing and puffing over there in them brown bags. What you think this is? You don't think that, he could just easily have a conversation and say, can I record you all having a conversation and hanging out? Do you know how many content creators do this all the time? So Tommy G, who's another content creator, and also, I don't know if he's Caucasian or what, but he does the same thing. And you mean to tell me that he and other content creators that do the same type of content, all of them are faking? Candace, let's see you go out and go hang out with a notorious, dangerous gang. Because apparently that's something that you think black women do. So go ahead and do it, girl. Go ahead and go live. I dare you to go to UVU and retrace the steps of Tyler Robinson. Start with that. And then go find one of the most dangerous, gangs over there in the state of Utah. See how that goes. And record it. Good luck to that.
There it is.
What's going on? Okay, that's just stop. That's stupid. Of course, that's dumb. I'm sorry, Nick. I know you're young.
It's not dumb.
I hope, whoever is your contact that has you infiltrating Antifa and infiltrating El Salvador at the age of 23 years old. It just feels like Sean Penn young to me. Like, oh, Sean Penn's always there with the cartels, never gets hurt. Always is a part of a movie. I don't.
Pause.
Stupid.
First of all, Candace
She's
Owens,
a miserable witch, man.
Look, can I just
her?
say it? Candace Owens is racist. The end. She hates white
The
people.
end.
And Graham, she's married to a white guy. As I said, he's British. It doesn't count.
Deuces
Let's not even begin to dig into her marriage.
Like that guy. Oh, y'all see that? He just gave a finger so smooth.
Can I just say it? Candace Owens is racist. The end. She hates white people. And Graham, she's married to a white guy. As I said, he's
Look at that. What is his name? Oh, I love him. Look at this. Is so epic. Candace, I might make this my thumbnail, girl. You can't make this up. Oh, he just gave you the middle finger, Candace. Oh my God. X-File said Nick uncovered the fraud in Minnesota. He's actually broken stories, unlike you. Exactly. Candace won't even go to UVU, to the campus of UVU, and retrace the steps of Tyler Robinson. We was just talking about this with Joshua Carter the other day in the LLC on Tuesday. Why can't she just go to UVU and go live from the campus, as opposed to lying about underground tunnels being used and explosive devices and bees and blah, 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 and all that dumb crap? Candace, just go to the campus, go live, and retrace the steps of Tyler Robinson. She won't do it because she's probably already done it 1,000 times. I mean, we have no idea where she goes any other time, right? Who's to say that George Farmer never went to UVU and scouted out that route, mapped it all out? Tyler Robinson, just all he had to do was just show up. You know, maybe she knew the path already. Candace, how much did you pay Tyler Robinson again? We're just asking questions. But yet it's still, you want to get mad because this 23-year-old kid has the ability to go out and do something outside. And for some reason, you think he shouldn't be because he's a white boy? While George is in the closet wearing a pink tutu. Girl, if you don't kick rocks and kiss our ass. What the hell? Y'all, this dude right here is fun. I love him. What's his name? Anybody know his name? Cam Hibby? Is that his name? You can't make this up. Y'all, he's giving her the middle finger. Is his name Cam Higby? Whoever this guy is, I love him.
British, it doesn't count.
Whatever.
Let's not even begin to dig into her marriage, on how they met randomly in London at a Turning Point UK event, and then they never had any romantic thing ever, and then over FaceTime he proposes to her. Don't even get me started on the weirdness of that. Candace Owens can't stand anyone having any success of any kind, and or anyone making a difference of any kind outside of her. Why is she attacking Nick Shirley? Because her Joe Kent thing's falling apart. Her Egyptian planes things fell apart. Her Huachuca or Wachuca fell apart. She's running out of stuff to talk about with Erica Kirk. She's picking at everything she possibly can. And now it's 23-year-old Nick Shirley, who blew a multi-billion-dollar fraud scam wide open.
Wow.
Candace Owens.
Candace, that's called journalism. He blew a scandal wide open. It's called journalism. You know, where you actually have evidence and documentation, conduct interviews that lead to someone being investigated, maybe even charged and imprisoned. What have you done, Candace? Because you know, you're mad. You big mad. She big mad. Candace is big mad that this young man broke a story. What difference does it make if he's white, black, Asian, Latino, Hispanic? Why does any of that matter? This girl has been on this race thing for a while. If she's not attacking all Jewish people, now she's attacking this young man because he's white. So what? So you got to be a certain skin color to go near a gang now? It's a stupidity for me, Candace.
Can you look up something for me really quick?
Sure.
See if it's available. What religion is Nick Shirley? I'm just curious. I really don't know, so I'm asking. I'm asking in real time. Can we look? Like, does anybody know? Anybody know in the chat what religion Nick Shirley is?
Let's see. Nick Shirley is the member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So he's a Mormon.
Okay, so he's Mormon. All right.
Oh, okay,
there
he's
you go.
Mormon.
Candace Owens is now going after the Mormons. All right. And everybody thinks I'm this big.
Candace, why do you care if he's Mormon? He doesn't pay your mortgage. Does he pay your bills, Candace? No, you say? Yeah, the co-host here, you gotta say his name is Todd. Whoever he is, honey, I love him. He's funny. Todd? Oh, Todd is something else. Todd is awesome. I love him. Oh, man. Nick Shirley is not stunned Candace. He's not stunned Candace. He could care less. He doesn't pay her bills, and she doesn't have to pay his. Candace, if you read a book that was not about Sigmund Freud or, the First Lady of France, and you weren't worried about some female having a penis, then you maybe could break a story or two that would be of interest to the public. But otherwise, no, girl, we're just laughing at you, okay? We're laughing at you while your cult members think that somehow you're intelligent. Oh, God. What's the word again? Fracas. Candace, you keeping up all this fracas. How dare you? You'll get mad at this boy because he's Mormon. Stop the fracas, Candace. Stop the fracas.
Mormon hater? I just said I don't agree with the Mormons. But this is why.
Leave that boy alone.
Candace Owens is on this. Anybody that's not a Catholic, she hates them. Anybody that's white, she hates them unless she's on her payroll of all of these paid for, bought fake podcasters and all of this. Why go after Nick Shirley other than the fact he's a white kid that's having success, actually doing things that actually matter, which is uncovering fraud instead of trying to destroy the widow of your supposed bestest friend? Candace Owens is a miserable human being. Everything she touches turns to ash. Everything she touches, the fruit.
I said if Candace touches, dies, and ends up under investigation. Candace, you keeping up way too much fracas, girl. Way too much fracas. You keep digging a hole into the fracas hell. The hottest parts. You worried about what someone else is doing when they don't pay your mortgage. You don't have to go home to this boy. Leave him alone. Let him do what he wants to do. He's a grown young man, and he has the right to free will to be able to live in peace and harmony. And if he wants to go out and investigate and break stories and uncover crime and real fraud going on, then so be it. You literally are giving him exposure and attention. If anything, that's going to work out for his good and his favor. While you sit around like the old hag that you are, stewing in your yeast infection juice, mad at the world because George is trapped in the closet. He trapped in the closet.
Withers and dies. If we're supposed to be judged by our fruit as Christians, her fruit is moldy apples that have just been sitting out for forever. It's disgusting bananas that are just and brown and mushy.
Yeah, Graham, it's the yeast infection. It's been down there for like a good 10 years. Grimace is not happy at all. Okay, I think Grimace is doing crack. Candace, crack is whack. Even Grimace is on crack. The yeast infection is not happy. You know she's not happy. It's the itching and the burning.
It is the most heinous, wretched smelling things you can possibly imagine, because that's all she knows is chaos and destruction. That's all she knows. She could be the most influential in a negative way female that we've seen in a millennia.
I don't think I've ever listened to a more miserable human being. Like, what does she ever, because I don't listen to her garbage because I can. I'd break every phone and computer screen I have. But does she ever like talk?
Todd, I love you so much, honey. I'm the same way. Y'all notice I haven't not responded or reacted to her shows. I leave it to the brainless candy asses at this point. They come and tell me everything she says because reasons. I don't care. I don't care. The most I can tolerate is whatever other people play in their videos because I can't do it. Shout out to Artie Trolls. I think he's still reacting to her shows, but I just can't. I don't have the temperament. It has to be something like, you know, when she did the speech with the Catholic for Catholics, and even then I was suffering, y'all. Y'all better be glad I love y'all so much. That was so unbearable. I mean, most of the time I'm sitting here like, what the hell is she talking about? Like, that's how bad it was, Candace. Even for a speech where you're supposed to be talking about Catholicism, maybe, you know, the impact that Catholicism has had upon you and your life, how you're spiritually growing in a positive direction. You couldn't even do that because you couldn't stop talking about yourself for 16 seconds. Now you want to talk about someone else doing something outside of their house. It is not our fault that George is in the closet and Hidden Valley Ranch is just giving you way too many cows and moo-moos. Get your ass up and get out the house and go do a live stream outside. Otherwise, Candace, what are you complaining about? That boy is not bothering you. He's not even stunned you. He said, you know, I'm going to be great, whether Candace exists or not. Girl, keep shuffling.
About hope and love and compassion, because if she has, I haven't seen it. And like, man, you got to have a really, really dark soul to just pick on a 23-year-old that's trying to change the world, that's trying to fix problems. I mean, he is a kid and he's doing more than everybody else. I'm not going and jumping in no gangs and stuff. No, hell no. I'm not doing that.
Can we, is there one person over the past 7 months that Candace Owens has gone after that isn't white? I'm just curious. I'm asking. I'm not saying it's true. I'm asking for those of you who watch her religiously, is there a single person that's not white that she's got? Is Candace Owens racist?
Cash Patel, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe, but he didn't go after Cash Patel. She went after Alexis Wilkins, which I don't know. I don't know. Is she white or is she Latina? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I'm asking a legitimate question. Like,
let me look at her page.
Is there any? Is there anybody that she's going? Is there any black person that she has a problem with? Is there a single black person that she's openly had a problem with in the past 7 months?
In the last 7 months, I don't know about that, but I know she's had an issue with Kimberly Klasick in Treehouse News. The lady she doxed. That's 2 black people. She has problems with black women who are conservatives because she sees them as competition. Like, she went after Kimberly Klasick so hard. But she saw Kimberly Klasick as competition. You know, how dare you be prettier than me and well-spoken. She goes after people that she sees as competition. She thinks is going to somehow replace her in the spotlight. Candace, you tried to become a Hollywood elite by being in a rap music video where you put your chin on that boy's shoulder. You were not supposed to make physical contact, you dumb alien. You can't make this up. But she goes after Kimberly Klasick, and all Kimberly Klasick was doing was just running for an election position. Trying to be a state congresswoman or something like that. All she was trying to do was just get into politics and make a difference in her community. She didn't have to go after her. She started dipping in. Of all the candidates out there for the Republican Party at that, she goes after Kimberly Klacik. Kimberly Klacik made her feel intimidated because Kimberly Klacik is pretty and smart, and Candace is the alien from outer space. Candace, it is not our fault. You crash landed on our planet, and you refuse to leave. All we ask is that you leave in peace. Take George with you. You can't make this up. Garrett, Blexit your ass off of her.
I'm just curious.
And she defends Kanye. So, I mean, hey, you know, there's that. So, no, white. I don't, now I'm looking at all of her thumbnails. There's nothing but white people on it.
Again, I'm just asking the question. Is Candace Owens racist? It's starting to appear that way. Because what possible problem could you have with Nick Shirley? What has Nick Shirley done to you? He's so far outside your matrix of your world of which you live. You literally had to go out of your way to find a problem with Nick Shirley. And your problem with Nick Shirley is he's this 23-year-old little white guy. And you just don't believe it. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I just can't. If you don't understand how dumb it is, then you're dumb too. That's Candace. That's the way to win an argument.
Yeah. She got a problem.
Candace never had a winning argument. Candace. Fracas. You're just keeping up fracas. You know, I'm going to keep playing this because I want you to understand that it's so simple and easy to just Google words that you can't pronounce. Because you're an idiot. Fracas. Unbelievable the amount of fracas that she's stirring up. With kids that are half her age. 20, he's 23. Candace is 1,496. She's got to be an old hag. In many other planets, she's probably an elder of that planet. Like one of the originals. You come in here and you making a fuss over a 23-year-old. All this fracasing for what, girl? Candace, you need to find something else to do. Or someone else. Because messing with this 23-year-old, where is it going to get you again? You feel good about this? You don't think he could clap back if you really wanted to? Candace, you better be glad it's the internet clapping back at you. Hopefully he ignores you like he's been doing. And he continues to live his life. It's like she's jealous of something. Why did she see young men as competition? Candace, you're a whole woman. Wait, you know what? Nicholas, don't ever back backwards into her hand. She might grab your butt. Oh, it's the fracas of it all.
With the crackers.
It's starting to appear that way. Again, I'm not stating this is fact. This is my opinion. But it's starting to seem like Candace has a little problem with the whites.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's do what Candace does. That's up for you guys to figure out.
Because we're just asking questions.
To investigate on your own and see what's going on. This is the miserableness of Candace Owens. And this is why she is legitimately a cancer. She is a negative to every single human being with a soul who has ever interacted with Candace Owens. She has been a net negative for every single one of them.
Hi, my name is Akeem, and I am the founder, chairman, CEO, president.
Candace, he responded to you? When did he respond, y'all? Candace.
I cannot.
Mira has done a video on this because George, does he still have a black eye? Y'all, I'm over here on X. When did he respond? Y'all, she's sitting here talking about, are you all okay? George Farmer is a British citizen. He operates Georgetown Inc., a foreign... Candace, they going in on you on X. I think people are getting sick and tired of your nonsense and buffoonery, Candace. Karen. Fracas. All this fracas she's keeping up. That boy, they clapping back. Y'all, hold on. Oh, the rabbi of the group chat responded, and it's fire. Ooh. Oh, let's come over here to X. Peace, Pasak Woliski. No thanks. Oh, wait a minute. Candace, you got people responding you left and right. No thanks. I answer your questions. Now you answer mine. And if you didn't watch the full 40-minute video of my response, you probably should. Why did you lie and say that the Zoom call the night before the murder was made public after you released it? What? Is he responding to Candace? Yes, he is. Candace, you pissing everybody off. Oh my goodness. Why did you lie and say that the Zoom call the night before the murder was made public after you released the screenshot of the text? You knew this was false. The Zoom call was made public in the New York Post on September 13th. He's got receipts, Candace, because reading is fundamental, you heifer. You released the screenshot on October 6th. Why did you lie and say that I claimed that Charlie never blinked or wavered on Israel when you played a clip of me on your show in October where I said just the opposite? Because Candace, words are hard for you. Fracas. Fracas. The word is fracas. Candace doesn't know words. All right. You say that Joe Kent didn't give you the screenshot. So who did? Number 4, Joe Kent told Mark Levin show that he didn't give anything to Candace, and you said that you had never met Kent until after Charlie's murder. Are you saying that Joe Kent, head of counterterrorism, who wanted the screenshots made public, never gave you any information about this? Is Kent telling the truth? Because see, here's what the candy asses failed to do. They failed to read and properly understand the English language. And then they end up cornering themselves because of hypocrisy into a corner, in a wall, where it's either they are lying or they have to admit Candace lied, such as Candace saying she has 2 degrees. Where the hell is the evidence? Candy asked cult members, when are you going to tell your cult leader to post up her degrees? You know, there's 2 of them. She said this out of her mouth. Candace is the one that said she went back to school and obtained 2 degrees and that people shouldn't believe Wikipedia. Candace, when are you going to post up proof of your degrees? Because your dumb cult members just believe what you say. They never challenge you. You know, it's the hive mentality. Of course not. Candace, this rabbi is going in on you, girl. You say that you came into contact with Kent only after the assassination on October 29th. You gave him a shout out by name for pursuing this conspiracy theory. What? Are you not claiming that he was not your source in the IC? Candace, you got to stop lying, girl. He's got receipts and links and all this stuff here, honey. You got dates, times. Candace, you are the worst. Y'all, Candace is keeping up a fracas on X. You can't make this out. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, I'm trying to see. Did y'all tag me in? Oh, more DUI reports. It's the DUI reports for me. Candace. This is priceless. George, you still getting charges filed in 2023. Y'all see that? August 10th, 2023. My Lord. George Farmer. July 5th, 1990. When were you born, George? Because you keep giving all these damn birth dates that don't match up. Y'all see this? This is priceless. Yo, this is something else. Oh my God. Yes, keep going. I did add a subject line for you. Y'all looking at the DUI reports for George Farmer, the old drunkard. Another one. Good grief. Tennessee, Davidson County, case number 1001605. Charges filed August 10, 2023. Weapon, possession of handgun while under the influence, driving under the influence, leaving scene of accident, damage over 1,500. And he had court. Arresting agency date August 11, 2023. Court date General Sessions. Misdemeanor August 10, 2023. Weapon under the influence. Status open. What? Candace? No, George, you need to go get you some help. You need to go back to Aton Health and don't leave until you feel better. And then you need to file a divorce. Because this is some dangerous stuff you're doing. You cannot continue to act as if you in the Bulling Down Club, George. We don't appreciate you coming over here to the United States, crashing in our restaurants and drinking and driving, putting people on, in dangerous positions on the highway. We don't appreciate that. You want to sit here and do bodily harm and injury to yourself? Leave everybody else out of it. Stop getting your ass behind the wheel of a car. You go out here and get sloppy toppy drunk. Yo, he gets sloppy toppy drunk. And then he gets behind the wheel of a car and he wants to put everybody's life in danger. What for? And you got a weapon? Possession of a handgun while under the influence, George. You understand how dangerous that is? You got 4 kids, you moron. Take your ass to rehab and don't come out until you are better. This is crazy. He got 4 small kids. Y'all, he walk around here with a black eye. She got a broke foot. This is crazy. Oh, I gotta tweet this. Candace, he needs help. George needs help. George needs help. What happened to his eye, Candace? I'm adding her in there. Candace, what happened to George's eye? What happened to his eye? You dumb heifer. Yeah, that's the only way she understands things. You gotta call her a heifer every other word. You can't make this up. Yeah, this is insane. This man sat here. Oh, thank you, honey. Thank you for tuning in, Canadian Chick. We're not gonna be too much longer. Yeah, I just had to add in that little part. Call her a dumb heifer. I have to go. Yeah, Juju, make sure. Call her a heifer at least once a day. Candace, what the hell happened to his eye? And he's out here drinking and driving with handguns and stuff, getting arrested and got court dates. What the heck is going on? She probably hit him in the eye. Yeah, no, she knocked his head out. Y'all, his eye was bruised and black. It's so distinguishable. You can see it in photos while he's at least like 20 good steps away from the camera. He didn't even have to be up close in the camera to see how black his eye was. Candace, what the hell did you do? You broke your foot trying to do it because you're not that strong. You realize you don't have hands. This is Candace now, the same person that was charged and arrested for harassment. Let's not forget that. She has a record as well. Oh, God. Y'all, Candace try to come off like she gangsterling. No, you're not, girl. You wish you could be. Is that why you mad? Because Nick is hanging out with the gangsters. Looks like Candace Owens just got dropped off at daycare. Oh my God. Funny how Nick Shirley first found quality learning empty and now is packed daily with parents lining up to check their kids in. Is this George? Whose baby is this, y'all? Is that George? Is that Nick? Is that his baby? What baby is this? That's Nick? Y'all. Oh, good Lord. He's supposed to be feeding the baby Candace. Candace. He said, here's your baba and your binky, girl. Oh, man. Girl. This is how you know all you doing is crying like a brat. You got photos around here where he's feeding you a baba, girl. How's that warm milk? Y'all, that's straight from the moo cow of Hidden Valley Ranch. Candace, when she started walking around here, if y'all hear her say on her show, yeah, it's the bottom. Candace gonna start mooing after a while. It's gonna be something else. What is it? Trolling at his finest. He said, girl, here, take this bottle, girl. Go sit down somewhere. You're not on my level. He see you like a 6-month-old, Candace. He said, girl, you're not even old enough to be walking up to me. Let me give you a bottle. Here you go. Said Candace's toddler ass walking around here thinking she hot shit. Girl, take this bottle. Oh my God. Candace, he about to make Quality Learning Center a whole thing while you sitting around here mad. You know, big mad because he was able to talk to a gang. You can't look at what she's mad about. He went and did an interview with a gang. I don't believe it. We don't believe that you sat around here and you were teaching kids how to read. I mean, what the Candace? One day you're gonna stop all this nonsense and the fracas you creating. All right, y'all. I think we've done enough. We've done enough fracas for the day. Candace, always remember, never forget you can kiss our ass, girl. Lord have mercy. Jesus, y'all. This one right here. This gets me every time. Candace, George is gay. George said, hey, I'm going to create some fracas today. Candace, look how close your husband is to this other grown man with his cute self. He won't even give you flowers. You ought to feel pitiful right now. George, stop drinking and driving. Next time they ought to lock your ass up and keep you down there because you putting people at risk. Get your ass on Uber. Stop drinking and driving, you moron. Yeah, this is Zionists have gone from Candace. Candace, this isn't Zionist saying this. George decided to do a couple interviews where he admitted it. He was having none of that. No, nothing. None of it. I made that perfectly clear. No. Ew. He might as well say that's icky. Like, you serious? George said that himself that you had no romance. You all did not kiss. And he made it perfectly clear. Don't come near me with that yeast infection. He told you and Grimace to leave him the hell alone completely. Grimace probably has a whole wing in the house. Candace. Girl, that's not attractive or appealing at all. To walk around here smelling like sourdough bread. Like no one is in the mood. Care about. Eric Kirk, let us know when you're ready to sue the crap out of her. I appreciate you all tuning in. Y'all, this has been fun. Y'all, y'all, Candace is not denying this at all. Okay. Y'all, we got to get to bed. All right, y'all, this has been awesome. You guys have sent me, a couple of you sent me emails. Mira, I think you said you sent me an email. We will get to it tomorrow. I have responded to Gary. So hopefully they'll say something, him and the producer will say something back. I had no idea that he was confirming today. I hate that I keep missing it, and I'm not trying to. We had a great week this week. Y'all know I've been looking forward to it. I was looking forward to Joshua Carr. Definitely looking forward to being on and doing a collab with Gary. And I had no idea he was confirming today. Oh, Jesus Christ. So if you all get the chance to holler at him in the chat or comment section, let him know I have responded to him on X and the producer. Hopefully there will be an opportunity for tomorrow or this weekend. I don't care. I'll check my X in the morning and see what happens and what's said, and we'll go from there. But thank you all so much for your support. I think I got a super. Yes, I do. Ooh, you guys are awesome. El Blizzard is a new member. Welcome to the LLC. Ayo, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for becoming a member. Shout out to Mandy with the $5 super. These clips are from Milk Bar TV, or Nathan as we know him in Australia. We love Nathan. We love him right back. Nathan has been a guest here, or a friend here in the LLC. He's collabed with us a couple times, and we're excited about him getting up and rolling with his live stream over on his channel. I told him we got to go over there and hang out with him and have a good laugh and giggle at Candace's expense, because we're here for it, girl. Candace, we're here for it, you dumb heifer. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for the 5. I appreciate it. And Five Taylor sent the $2 super. Keep it moving, child. Thank you so much, Candace. You got George driving behind the wheel of a car and getting arrested, child, and you sitting here mad at Nick Shirley. You can't make this up. Y'all be good. I appreciate all of you all. If anyone can get in touch with Gary, let him know. I have responded to him, and I'm going to keep responding. Y'all saw, the messages were sent this morning on Thursday morning. But, Lord have mercy. We're going to make it happen. I am not running from you, Gary. I hope you hear this. Mama loves you. Thank y'all so much. Y'all be good. And until the next one, Lady Look Club out. Deuces.